Have you heard? Y'all, have you heard the news? Well, apparently there's some changes going on at sea when it comes to the vaccine requirement. Tune in so you can get the tea. Well, y'all, one of my favorite cruise lines, Royal Caribbean, just released an update today in regards to their vaccine status when it comes to sailing on their ships. Well, on September the 5th of this year, they are making some changes, y'all. They're dropping the vaccine requirements for certain sailings. Whoa! Now, this applies to sailings going out of the Los Angeles port, the Galveston port in Texas, New Orleans. They have a port. I've actually ported out of there before. And also cruises in Europe. Why the change, y'all? Do you think it has something to do with Norwegian? I'll talk more about that tomorrow. Well, Royal Caribbean sent a letter to their travel agents, right? And it reads as follows. Here at Royal Caribbean, you can trust we will continue to prioritize the health and safety of our guests, crew, and the communities we visit. We continue to work with our destination partners to evolve our protocols and align with the broader travel industry as we transition to the point that everyone can vacation with us. You think about the money? I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. Now, I did mention that they're going to be relaxing those vaccine requirements on certain sailings, but they still will have testing implemented. And a caveat to that is those who are sailing out of Galveston and they're going to Grand Cayman, they do have to have that vaccination card before they can go ashore. So sometimes when it comes to sailings, the ports that you visit, the countries, they have their own requirements. So it's really important to know that, and whether or not you need to bring a mask. It's always good to bring a mask with you because some of the ports will mandate that you have to have it. And I also want to just mention when it comes to those European cruises, you will also have to test on board if you are unvaccinated and you want to go ashore in Spain or Greece. Also worth mentioning is for those departures that are 5 nights or less and they're porting out of Los Angeles or Galveston, unvaccinated guests years 2 or older must show that negative test before they can sail. Yeah. Now, in terms of vaccinated guests, regardless of the number of nights that you're going to be on your cruise, you don't have to show that negative test result anymore. I just had to do that. I had to go to like a laboratory Quest diagnostics to get mine and my whole family. It was a whole ordeal, y'all. Thought I wouldn't get my results back in time. Now, when it comes to cruises that are 6 nights or more, all guests ages 2 and over must have a negative test result at least 3 days prior to departure. Now, this could be a PCR or an antigen test. It must be supervised or either televisit appointment by a health professional. Now, you might be like, okay, those ports that you mentioned typically go to the Western Caribbean. Yeah, you might be onto something there, folks. Now, the islands in the Eastern Caribbean, many of those do require you to have that vaccination. So those sailings are not open for this new standard that Royal is implementing in September. That's why you don't see that. But I do want to mention that Royal Caribbean also mentioned that they are working with local governments in the Eastern Caribbean to align on vaccination requirements for more itineraries. I want to ensure a great experience going ashore at these ports for guests of any vaccination status while meeting local health regulations. So we're seeing more and more cruise lines relax their status. And all of this came about really when we start seeing the tide turn, no pun intended, is when the CDC relaxed their requirements for the cruise industry. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this cruise news update, and I will see you tomorrow. So tune in, 7 o'clock. You don't want to miss it.